I recently discovered this little-known Bob Dylan song called Blind Willie McTell. And I've looked at a number of websites explaining it. And I'd like to go through the song with you today and give you my take on it. Now, today, President Trump released a video showing the Obamas depicted as apes. The concept of racism is not dead in this country. But this song in particular discusses the racism in the South. It's not just the South, but it talks about the South. And it starts like this. See the arrow on the doorstep, saying this land is condemned, all the way from New Orleans to Jerusalem. Well, in the Bible, the blood on the doorposts at Passover showed that those houses should be bypassed by God and killing of the firstborn. But in Dylan's take, the arrows on the doorpost means that these people are condemned by God. Now the land is condemned. It starts in New Orleans, which is the southernmost part of the South, and curiously goes all the way to Jerusalem, which means that there is no salvation, even in faith, even if you go to the birthplace of Jesus Christ himself, there is no forgiveness for this. It starts in a very, very dark place. I travel through East Texas, where many martyrs fell, and I know no one can sing the blues like blind Willie McTell. So we go to East Texas, which is cotton country, deep, deep south. And he says, where many martyrs fell, all the people who suffered. He gives a religious take to their suffering. They didn't suffer for no reason. They were martyrs of the victims of the people of darkness in the society. And then he says randomly, I know no one can sing the blues like blind Willie McTell. This is the refrain that keeps coming on and on. Is there any salvation at all? No, there's not any salvation. But still, music, particularly the blues, lets you fly over the situation, come to grips with the situation, and bear the situation. I heard that hoot owl singing as they were taking down the tents. Stars above the barren trees were his only audience. The tents, what tents were coming down? Well, the tent shows of the early part of the 20th century, late part of the 19th century, where entertainment took place of all sorts. Now the hoot owl, which is a symbol of wisdom, he sings his song not for the crowds. The crowds are gone, the tents are coming down. There's only the moon and the barren trees. He does it for the sake of itself. Them charcoal gypsy maidens can strut their feathers well, but nobody can sing the blues like blind Willie McTell. So back to the tent show, the women are scantily clad, they're dressed in feathers. Does that have any meaning? I don't know. They do a good job of it, but only Willie McTell can sing the blues. Is the kind of music and performance of the Feather Ladies redeeming? I don't think he gives us that impression. The blues is what relieves us. And here comes the nitty-gritty. See the big plantations burning, hear the cracking of the whip, smell the sweet magnolia blooming, see the ghosts of slavery ships. Now he goes through the senses. See the plantations burning, the death of the antebellum South. Hear the cracking of the whip. Smell the sweet magnolias blooming. So you see, on one end we have the most horrible image, cracking of the whip, and then the most beautiful, the magnolia is blooming. He's saying that it was not all bad in the South. I can hear them tribes a-moaning. I hear the undertaker's bell, but nobody can sing the blues like blind Willie McTell. Again, the dark images, the tribes a-moaning. I believe those are the Native American tribes that were displaced down there. This is another face of the racism of the era. And Undertaker's bell, how many people died through the centuries. But again, the only little bit of salvation is Willie McTell and the blues. Now here's a beautiful verse. There's a woman by the river with some fine young handsome man. He's dressed up like a squire, bootleg whiskey in his hand. The image of the antebellum South trying to establish a form of British-style royalty. A well-dressed, beautiful woman by the river. Her beau is dressed up like a squire, but yet he's drinking bootleg whiskey. This is not the kind of high-class aristocracy that we talk about in England. This is a low-class, wannabe, trying to be aristocracy. There's a chain gang on the highway. I can hear them rebels yell, and I know no one can sing the blues like blind Willie McTell. And so we hear again the sound of the chain gang, which is the ultimate expression of the racist policies of the legal system down south. And I hear them rebels yell. These were the people who defended the South, the Confederate soldiers who fought very hard and vehemently. They had they believed in their cause. Well, God is in his heaven, and we all want what's his, but power and greed and corruptible seed seem to be all there is. We want salvation. We want what's God's. We strive for it, but maybe not hard enough. Maybe we were never meant to get there. And we're brought low by our flaws, power and greed, and corruptible seed. Finally, I'm gazing out the window, of the St. James Hotel, and I know no one can sing the blues like blind Willie McTell. I know no one can sing the blues like blind Willie McTell. St. James Hotel, this whole song is based on the pattern of the song The St. James Infirmary. This is a tribute to an early bluesy, jazzy song that has filtered up through the decades and ages. And this is his take on that particular song, same chord structure. And that brings us right back to where we started in New Orleans. He's looking out the window. And in the end, he comes up with the same conclusion he started with. No one can sing the blues like blind Willie McTell. That's all you have. There's no salvation.